Fingers don't work fast enough on my phone.
Oh wait, it's gone.
Oh, it's sold out already.
Oh my gosh.
I have to get it before it sells out.
Well, hi everyone, so glad you're with us this afternoon. Welcome to HSN, I'm your host, Callie Northegg. And by the way, this is the Colleen Lopez Today special. That's coming up, I'm sure coming up next hour. It's beautiful, I'm gonna get a couple colors. But we're gonna talk fashions, and it's really all about footwear, because footwear is important to every fall outfit. This is our first fall show with Aetrex. This is a brand that since 1946 has been bringing really beautiful styles with orthotic insoles. I mean, we're talking about the perfect arch support that gives your body the alignment that it really needs, support, balance as well. Let's take a look at a couple highlights. We've got this fantastic Carly mesh sneaker coming up in the show, but take a look and get it early if you would like. The Carly sneaker is item number 726343. We have both navy, we have white, we have gray, blue, and black. And of course, we're gonna talk all details as we move through the show, but if you wanna take a closer look, you can see the other colors on hsn.com at the same time, 726343. And then we're gonna share with you, we've got this adorable little leather monk strap shoe. The monk strap is super, super cute. It's a slip-on. This one is a really pretty, let's see, we've got this in brown, there's a navy, there's a warm gray, and we have it in black. This is the warm gray, and then we've got the brown right there. Very cute, and these are leathers and suedes, genuine. You'll note, by the way, we've got all sizes coming up from 5 all the way up to 11, half sizes included. And we'll get to those details and more through the show, 726344. We are also live on Facebook in this hour, so if you have comments or if you love something specifically about Aetrex as a brand, it sure helps other ladies watching to make that decision. Because this isn't just a cute footwear brand. Aetrex, like I said, since 1946, they've been designing footwear that really is more customized to our feet because of the insoles. We're gonna get into all of that and more with Laura. Laura Baker is joining us on Skype from her home. It is always nice to have Laura with us, and we're gonna talk about this incredible brand. It's so good to see you, Laura.
Thank you. It's great to see you too, Callie. I love Aetrex because I have to tell you, they've literally changed my life. Wow. I know this looks like a very cute, very on-trend Italian leather slip-on sneaker, but do you know that this can actually help your feet and your body feel better? Are you struggling with bunions or plantar fasciitis or ankle pain or back pain? If you stick around throughout the hour, I'm going to show you a lot of different shoes that actually will help to properly align our bodies thanks to the orthotics that are literally built into every single one of these shoes. And they make a huge difference in our lives. Callie, the one that you're holding up there is the black. That is an Italian leather embossed weave. The beautiful thing about it is that on the lining on the inside is actually so soft and comfortable that you don't even have to wear a sock with it. But because it's embossed, you also won't have that weave marking on the inside of your foot. You're stretching and showing the dual gore that we've built in. So we think about everything when we build a shoe at Aetrex. So that dual gore on the side allows your foot to walk with you when you're walking. You can see that there's on the bottom, it's actually a rubber outsole that has cork embedded inside of it. So it's a little bit of a trend factor, but it's also a non-slip grip. And then when you look at the inside of the shoe, so if we take it the inside on the side, you're actually going to be able to begin to see that arch support. And I will show you the arch support because I'm going to pull it out and actually allow you to see what's the inside. So we have a removable Ultra Sky footbed inside of here. And when we look at the removable footbed, you start to notice a little bit of a Cobra pattern happening inside of here. It's not just because Cobra is popular right now. It's actually because this is doing a few things for you. This right here is supporting your ball of foot. It's actually called a met pad for that metatarsal pad. And this helps to relieve the pressure and the ball of your foot. It also helps your foot from sliding forward like a lot of times it does in shoes. Then when you come down here into the heel area, notice how it curves around. This helps support your heel and helps to prevent the plantar fasciitis that I know I struggled with starting about 7 or 8 years ago. I started getting into orthotic shoes. And I struggled because, listen, I like to be fashionable. I like to be trendy. but I didn't like what was out there in the orthotic shoe world until I found Aetrex, because what they've done is they've taken those orthotics and they've hidden them inside of some really beautiful styles.
Yeah, there's no question, and this is perfect animation to show the higher arch support. I'm like you, Laura. I have a high arch, and I also, about 3 or 4 years ago, had that whole plantar fasciitis situation. It was awful. It was months of pain and agony and stretching and doctor's appointments. And boy, this is a brand, if you deal with any foot issues for whatever reason, and of course we never make medical claims, but you know what? We know this brand, this is what they focus on. This is the whole mission of the company, is to give your body that support and balance and alignment. And I want to make sure that everybody has a chance to get any color that you want. This is our first show and we don't have much of anything. As a matter of fact, we have a total of 400 left at this point. So this is the bronze. This is, I love, my favorite. This is what we just saw on Christina. That is a pretty, and again, Italian genuine leather weave. So there's your bronze. We have the rose. This is a pretty, like a deep, deep terracotta, almost like a brick color. Super, super pretty. And I hope you got to see that double goring both sides. So it's an easy slip on. Heel height is about 1 inch, so that's great. And it even shows you here on the outsole stitching how that gives you much more support through the arch area. The other two colors are your classics in the navy and the black, most limited in the navy, which is so dark it almost could be black. So either or. And then size-wise, Laura, any recommendations for sizing?
Yeah, just order true to size. So if you're ordering online, it'll show it up exactly online. Or if you're ordering through the operator, you can just tell them your shoe size and order true to size there as well. I want to show you something about the alignment, because we were talking about how it's so important. So normally what happens is most of us are overpronators, which means when you naturally stand, you're doing this. Notice how my ankle is turning in, right? Well, the problem with this is that when you turn in, it starts to create problems in your body. Plantar fasciitis is one of them. The bunion turning in is another one. You actually start to create flat feet, because when we're younger, the muscles in our feet hold them where they're supposed to be. But as we age, those muscles weaken, right? And they need support in order to work. All of this starts in the feet and then goes up the body and creates issues in our ankles, issues into our knees, our sciaticas, and our lower backs. But look at what happens when I instantly just turn and put on. I know, and this is the insert that is in all of our Aetrex shoes. So it's a portion of the support that you're getting, because the support starts right here on the inside of the shoe and continues in throughout all of our footbeds there. So you can see how that natural alignment, that alignment is important, because let's face it, we're not walking on soft surfaces like we're intended to walk. We're supposed to walk when we were all born thousands of years ago, right? It was soft sands, it was dirt, it was all of those things. But now we're walking on hard surfaces. So hard surfaces mean we're taking the brunt of that force and the pressure, and instead of spreading it out throughout our feet, it's actually just hitting tiny little spots, which then creates these problems of alignment. So now we're building it from the inside out, and we're helping you with those orthotics, give you the alignment, but it's also cute and fashionable at the same time. But so you know, these are not flat on the inside and the bottom like so many others.
Exactly. So we're going to move into the next style, which reminds me, because they're slippers and they still have the same kind of insole. Stay on the line for the Kenzie, though. 726342 is the item number. The slipper that we have next is my favorite. And it's already been selling itself on hsn.com. I noticed before the show. They're, first of all, adorable. They're on sale. And they have that same technology that we just talked through with that first slip-on inside of a slipper. I am telling you, what a brilliant concept. Love the colors. We've got this soft pink. We have this beautiful soft coffee. We have black. We also have leopard. Leopard is fabulous and fun, but it's a slipper that gives your feet the same support, alignment, and you know what? Balance that a shoe does. This at under $50, oh my gosh, jump and run and grab these. You will love them, 671610. I'm ordering myself the pink. I've never found a slipper that gives any support whatsoever.
These are incredible, aren't they?
Yeah,
I know.
they are.
And you know what I think is so amazing, Callie? These are our inserts. We sell our inserts by the millions for $60 a pop. $60, right? You're getting the entire slipper that has this insert built into the shoe But on top of that, because it's a slipper and we want you to be cozy, we also gave you 8 millimeters of memory foam in this slipper too. So it's super easy to put on. All you have to do is you slide it right on, of course. You can also adjust it with that Velcro. So you have that adjustability factor if you need to go a little bit wider or a little bit narrower. And it still gives you that alignment. This is perfect. I have to be honest, I just got these in the mail yesterday and I hadn't taken them off until I had to put it on again. They're so comfortable to walk around the house. So with the alignment demo, I'm actually gonna show it to you in person with this. So I just showed it to you there, but since this one is open, I can actually show you. Notice how my foot, when I'm standing naturally, it turns in again, okay? So this is where the overpronation, and this is how it makes your body uncomfortable and all the aches and pains begin. But now, notice what happens. I put on the slipper, and because the slipper has our alignment built inside the shoe, did you notice how that line just straightened up? You walk straighter, you feel better. It helps to reduce the aches and pains in your lower back and your sciaticas and in your knees and all of those problems with bunions and plantar fasciitis that we're dealing with. And I started to mention it earlier, it's because our bodies were actually intended to walk on soft surfaces, right? Well, what happens when you walk on sand or dirt is that ground actually comes up to meet your foot and it fills in all the empty areas of your foot and the arches. Well, when we're walking on hardwood floors and cement and even carpet that might feel soft to the touch but has cement floors underneath it, what happens is our body takes the brunt of the force and there's nothing up there to greet it. So we're not relieving that pressure because we're not spreading it out. We're literally hitting it in just a couple of places in the foot. With this, we've created it so that this rises up to meet your foot. This is the pressure relieving that we're seeing. So while it aligns our body, it actually feels good while it's doing it. You'll notice a difference, even just cooking or doing laundry or mopping the floor.
You just took the words right out of my mouth. I've learned that recently in the last couple of years, is to never go barefoot at home, even if it's carpeted areas. I mean, you should always have some kind of support underneath your feet. Our feet, we rely on them for every step of every day. And you know, most of us have mistreated our feet for so long. This is a chance to turn that cycle around because, you know, Laura's pronation didn't happen overnight. That's been a long, long process of bad shoes, sorry, but we're all in the same boat. And this is a way to kind of try to correct it again. By the way, the slipper, what an amazing gift with holiday returns in effect right now. I mean, you've got through the end of January of next year to decide. So does that person that's on your gift list. So if it's a mom or a grandmother or a daughter or a sister or a cousin or bridesmaids, whatever the case may be, these are $20 off today at HSN. By the way, this one is so close to selling out. The leopard, absolutely screaming. There's only 80 left. There's that hook and loop closure so you can customize the overall fit, but and you can't see the insole with this, you know, the pattern or the fabric covering it, but that's the same technology. Laura, show us one more time that you get in any other Aetrex shoe. These are the colors, by the way, the black, the coffee, the pink, and the leopard. So can you show us one more time, Laura, the insole?
Absolutely. So this is the insole that comes in all of our Aetrex shoes. It's called Ultra Sky technology. It's never going to bottom out. But beyond that, it actually has everything built in. See this little Cobra style pattern? This is helping to relieve your met pad. So it's taking the pressure off of your ball of foot where you get a lot of pain when your foot strikes the ground. It comes down here and makes this loop pattern, kind of like a hook, right? This is actually helping to relieve the plantar fasciitis inside of your foot. But beyond what we've done is it's not just that's inside of there. We also have 8 millimeters of memory foam built on top of it, plus our rubber outdoor sole. You'll be able to wear this if you're walking the dog, if you want to run to the grocery store and be super, super comfortable, you know, getting your mail, all of that. And you don't have to worry about it getting wet or getting ruined outside. What I have here is actually a foot, right? So this is the bones of our feet. Did you know that 25% of the bones in our body are actually based in our feet? That's why it's so important to take care of them. This is the little joint that I'm talking about. It's called the subtalar joint. And this is what ends up rolling in or rolling out. We all naturally roll in or out. It's really nothing we can do about the gait of our walk unless you correct it by wearing shoes, which is why it's so important to be able to wear a slipper that does correct that when you're inside your home. Because like you said, Callie, so many times you walk around barefoot. Well, barefoot isn't good for us either, unfortunately. So it might be somewhat what we're used to doing at home. But if you're having a lot of pain, especially in your feet or your lower back, anywhere in that area between the two, maybe just putting on shoes while you walk around the house, you'll start to notice a difference.
Well, if you want the leopard, you guys, we have 50. These are almost completely spoken for. We do have size 5 up to 11. And there's a lot of wiggle room here, no pun intended, but there is in terms of sizing. But 5 through 11, if you have questions about sizing, our sales reps can answer that. So can you find the information on hsn.com. But absolute last call here on the leopard. Here's your soft pink. I do love the pink. They're so pretty. We have them in coffee, which is a soft, like a sand neutral. There's the coffee. It's like coffee with a couple, you know, creams in it. And then we've got the classic in black. 671610. Big customer pick, by the way. You can read reviews, and that's when it wasn't on sale. We have 80 now remaining in black, so it looks like these could all be selling out in the next few minutes. So if you have a favorite color, grab it. If you want to get a couple, you can with extended returns. I truly think slippers are such a great gift. I remember when my son was younger, I used to every year, he's like, Mom, what do you want for Christmas? I'm like, just some slippers. And he couldn't find any. They were just very hard to find. And if you did, they're almost like, why not just go, you know, wear a sock, because they didn't have any outsole support. Look at the outsole on this slipper. It gives you a rubberized bottom, so you've got the traction and the stability there, flexibility too, but what's in between that outsole and where your foot rests is that incredible support that Aetrex has been known for since 1946. So I hope if you're gonna treat yourself to anything, you'll do the slipper and then maybe a cute style. I'll show you my boots in a second because they are so cute and they are hot. I love them, they're super sexy. So for a brand that really is focused on orthotics, you would never know it considering how stylish they really are. Okay, so here's the thing, I'll update you on the slipper in just a moment. 25 now left in leopard, so for sure gonna sell out in the next few seconds. Your other one that's gonna sell out is black. There's now less than 70 to go around. Ooh, 80 in coffee, so all across. Your best bet is pink. That's the one I want. That's just the cutest thing ever. Soft little pink slipper, it's the right way to go. Laura, can we, I'm gonna stretch past the clock. I would love one more time for you to show that insole, because slippers with insoles, they give us the alignment. We're not used to seeing that, so I think it's important.
Yeah, I absolutely will. So here is the insole, okay? It's called an Ultra Sky insole. We have it really specialized for you. So inside of this area, what we've done is we've taken the pressure relief off of your foot and we've aimed it to areas to help spread that pressure out so it's not hurting you, and also it helps to align your body. So right here on the front is the metatarsal pad. This sits right behind the ball of your foot to relieve the pressure. If you have any ball of foot burning, it helps to relieve the pressure inside there. The other thing, and then it starts to snake around here and it starts to relieve the heel pain from maybe plantar fasciitis and those types of things that we're having. The other thing that we didn't really mention is, I want to mention that really quickly. Notice how nice and roomy the toe box is. This is not a slipper that's going to hug your toes and make you have to crunch up your toes inside of there. It's also going to stay on your feet the way that it has to without having you don't have to, like, you know how sometimes you have to crinkle your feet to keep a shoe on, especially if it doesn't have a backing to it? With this, you don't have to. Your toes will always remain flat and you'll stay aligned the way that you're supposed to. Plus, it has nice and soft memory foam on top of all of the orthotic that's inside there. So it's super cushiony, soft, and that terry cloth just makes you want to live in it all day long.
Such a treat for your feet. We'll update you before the show is over, and I don't suspect anything will remain. I know leopard, if it's still here, we've got like 2 pair, but in either case, best of luck in getting your favorite color. If you miss your first choice, get a second, because this is a really nice opportunity on sale. $20 off for you today, 671610. We're gonna move on. Can I show you my boots? They're coming up at the end of the show or towards the end, but they are the cutest things ever. I know I didn't warn my crew that I was gonna show them to you, but I just wanted to show you. They're item 7, let's see, 7, where did it go? Coming up at the end of the show, 726349. It's the mid-calf moto boot. I love these, they're waterproof. And I just lost my connection to my IFB, guys. So if I can't hear you, I apologize. But we're gonna move into the Carly, the mesh sneaker next. Mesh sneakers, and this is something that you can literally, if you wanted to just never deal with the laces, you could go ahead and just customize that lace setting and then just slip into them by pulling it apart like this with all that extra stretch. But we have this beautiful sneaker for you in this soft chambray blue. We've got white, we have gray, we have a navy blue as well as a black, and the black has got a little bit of a heathering effect to it, which is cute. I do love the outsole on this. You can tell once again where you are getting the support, and the support of the arch to me is the most important thing in any shoe, because I tend to have a little bit of a higher arch, and this just meets it right at that support point. So we've got this as well from 5 through 11, half sizes included, in all 5 color choices. So the item here is 726343, another really limited option on their first fall fashion show with Aetrex for the season. I think we have 500 total to go around. It's a must-have, Laura, must.
I know, and especially during this athleisure trend, isn't it, Callie? I mean, these are the absolute cutest tennis shoes. But again, so many tennis shoes, you think they're comfy because they talk about the memory foam that's built into them. But if you don't have the arch support and the alignment support within, on top of the memory foam, or really buried underneath the memory foam, either way, you're not getting a shoe that you're going to be able to walk miles and miles and live in on a day in and day out basis. And you can literally see our arch support built into the outsole of this shoe. Notice how the arch support is here. Also notice how it starts to begin a little bit further back in the shoe than you may think your arches really are. That's because that sub-tailor joint that I was talking about earlier that's so important, the one that rolls in or rolls out, is actually placed directly at the ankle. So when the ankle drops down, that's where we need to begin that arch support. So with this, you're getting that arch support from the very, very beginning. By the way, that midsole that you're seeing there is so on style, so in trend, but it is never going to bottom out or flatten for you because we actually injected this material. It's an Ultra Sky injected material there on the outside. So it always bounces back to its original shape after every single step, yet it's lightweight and it's energy returning. So when you walk with it, you actually feel a bounce in your step, and you feel like you could actually maybe walk a little bit further because it's helping you to walk. The outsole, of course, has a rubber non-stiff grip on the bottom of the shoe, and it has a little bit extra at the toe and the heel as well for some extra grip. So that's nice because you can see the entire shoe is ready to be walked outside on all sorts of surfaces. But we know that sometimes we want to be able to make sure that we're not going to slip and fall. So we gave you a little extra grip in the 2 areas that are important. Now, I want you to see how easy this is. You never have to untie this shoe because you can if you want to. If you need to make it a little tighter, the laces are workable laces. So you can make it looser or you can make it tighter. But because it's a slip-on, you can easily slip in and out of it. And then, of course, let me show you the insert. So this is our sporty insert. This is our regular insert. We dyed them to match the shoe, and we gave them a little pattern so that they're a little bit more fun to look at when you're sliding them on. They're nice and soft, so you can wear them with socks or without socks. It's entirely up to you which way you want to do it. You can see here how it has a comfortable elastic that's stretchy and easy to get on. You can't see it very well, but in the back of the shoe, you can feel the padding back there.
I feel
it. Isn't that nice, Callie?
Yes. Oh my gosh, this is an amazing sneaker. I'm going to be getting this one too. I mean, they're on sale today. I have to update everybody on some colors because, Laura, we are so limited across the board. I wish we had like 5,000 of this. These are on fire already. If you want the chambray blue, this one is the light blue versus the dark navy. So they're both available 5 through 11. There's 50 left in this one. 50 in the light chambray blue. And I think it's so cool the way they're all kind of heathered with a contrast color. But you can see they're breathable and airy, flexible, super squishy. I do love that extra little bit of traction that you just shared with us on the toe and the heel. But that's a great choice, but 50 remain, so last call. White, you guys, white never stays in stock. We love having white sneakers. If you're in the medical profession, if you're, you know, a hygienist, or if you work in any kind of field where you're required to wear white, this is a game changer. This is a dream come true sneaker. So white, we have available a little more than 100 at this point. So good luck if that's your choice. The gray is pretty too. It's a soft gray, and this one shows you a lot of that heathering or marling. It's a really pretty kind of a textural look. And this one too, available in 5 through 11. The half sizes are available as well. Navy blue, very, very popular. This one we have 90 left in navy, so if you love that, go for it. And then lastly, we've got the black, which has got, again, some of that heathered element to it. The heel is great too. It's a full inch, so it gives you a little bit of height, but it's the support on the inside, especially. Well, I think with any shoe, Laura, we should have extra support, but with a sneaker is designed to put on the miles and put it, you know, get your steps in. What an absolute winner this is.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And the other thing too about it is that you get all of this technology that's built into the shoe to help you feel better, which does encourage you then to actually walk, which is what a lot of us want to do when we're wearing sneakers. But if we're not feeling good, we don't have that energy to be able to get out of the house. All you want to do then is just kind of sit on the sofa. You need to be able to feel good and have your feet feeling better. Plus, they just are so darn cute. I mean, they are absolutely precious to look at. You can see the fly knit material there on the top. So the fly knit is, of course, throughout the entire thing. On the top, it's very breathable, but we actually created a lining on the inside around the edge of the foot so that you don't have any of that material being itchy or rubbing you in the wrong way. Because a lot of times I've had fly knit tennis shoes in the past that they rub wrong, and so they're not very comfortable on. Again, with this, you can see the arch support there. We have that alignment built in to the tennis shoe. So this tennis shoe is not simply just memory foam across the bottom. We have the alignment. You can see how it starts literally in the base of the shoe, and it continues through every single layer that we have. The reason why that's important is what I'm about to show you down here, okay? So this is me, this is my foot, and I am naturally standing this way. So I'm an overpronator. About 90% of us in the world are actually overpronators. What this means is that when I stand in my natural stance, my ankle actually turns in. It rolls in on its own entirely, right? This creates problems as you age. It begins to create more flat-footedness. You get bunions where the toes start to turn in, plantar fasciitis, but it doesn't just stop on your feet because the feet are the base of your home. When the base of your home is cracked, what happens? We have functional issues in our house, right? Foundation issues. We have to fix it. When you fix your feet, or if you don't fix your feet, the foot problems happen, but it continues to climb up your body, into your ankles, into your knees, into your lower back, into your sciatica, right? All of those areas. But when you align your foot and you straighten it out and you put the pressure and spread it where it's supposed to be, look at the difference it happens. I'm going to take it off really quickly. Look, I want you to see this is my natural. Look at the curvature I have. Look at the overpronation that I'm getting. And then I simply, whoop, I'm going to fall over. I'm going to simply step into, step into that. Wow. And you can see how much it straightens out there for you.
It's actually
and instantly
shocking.
Your body starts to feel better. It is really amazing. And not all shoes have that. That's the important part of getting an orthotic, but getting one that honestly, it's kind of like our little secret. Your friends and your girlfriends that you go walking with don't have to have any idea that your tennis shoe is an orthotic shoe.
Exactly. No, it's so true. A tennis shoe especially. And I have to update again. Now we've lost the gray. We're down to about 70 left. So overall, I don't think any of these are going to remain. I think we may have like a couple dozen, less than 400 total between the navy, the black, the gray, the white, and the chambray, the soft blue. So all choices are still here, but very, very close to not being the case any longer. 726-343 is how you get yours. On a flex, it's $33.32. Add a fourth flex if you have an HSN card, because you can do that. And a sale on Aetrex really isn't something you see very often, nor is it a brand that we get to offer very often. We are thrilled that you can treat your feet to what they deserve, because you know what? It's about foot health and wellness. We put all the weight of our body every day on our feet. We rely on them every step of the way or every bounce of the way if we're doing any kind of exercising. And this is a sneaker that you can use as a fashion sneaker as much as an exercise sneaker. There's also something, and we haven't really talked much about this before we move on. There is an antibacteria agent that I know you've built into your insoles. So it helps eliminate the odor-causing bacteria, which when a
You're
sneaker,
right about that, Callie.
That's important.
That's part of our Healthy Three, and I really thank you for bringing that up. You're right. So the antimicrobial bacteria that is in every single one of our shoes. So you're right. It helps to fight that bacteria and the fungus from growing in your shoes, which basically means less stinky toes. Right? So it's one of those things that however we can fight it, we are very happy to have that built inside. So we have the healthy 3 that we call, because we want to be able to do the alignment for you there as well, where we're properly positioning your body and we're helping to give you that antimicrobial aspect on it too.
No question about it. I'm going to update you on each color because at this point we are this close to them all being gone. Here's your chambray blue. There's 40, so 3 dozen basically in this light chambray blue. White, how are we doing? There's 100 left in white. That's amazing. So yay, take advantage. So hard to find a white sneaker, especially if you're on your feet all day at work. Must have it. The gray, less than 70. So like 4 or 5 dozen left here. Good luck if you want the navy blue. Ooh, okay, 70 left in the navy blue. And then in the black with the gray heathering, 85. So that's where we're at. I mean, literally not even close to 100 of any color option. 726343 is the item number for you to get this one. The Carly mesh sneaker, between the slipper and the sneaker, I mean, they're the 2 essentials because that's where we're spending most time, I think, on our feet. Unless, of course, you're looking for something very high fashion because we've got those coming up as well. We've got a cute little bootie and then my boot coming up at the end, waterproof. So speaking of the slipper, we've sold out of every single color except for pink. Every choice is gone except for pink, so take advantage. Pink is my choice. I love it. Soft and feminine. 671610, and there's only 90 left in that pink. So that's where we're at with that. We're gonna move into, I know, one of Aetrex's best sellers every single fall because fall is in the air. It actually felt like fall this morning when I came into work. I'm so excited. But how cute is this boot? It's a bootie. It's got the inside zipper. Gosh, is this a beautifully constructed boot. Look at that cool cork wedge heel, a 2-inch cork wedge heel. This is all leathers and suedes. And how cute is that little sweater knit at the ankle? It's a lace-up closure, but once you lace it and fix it, you're set to go because of that inside zip. So you can do whatever works best for you in your life. This would be a great winter boot. So let me go through the color choices. We've got the chocolate, we've got the charcoal, we have this beautiful burgundy, it's called dark berry, we have black, and we have this really cool color called olive green, or hunter green, excuse me. It's a surprisingly light boot considering how it looks and knowing what's inside and going on with that insole. So this is a really, really cute style. Let's talk about that insole and then we can get to the fashion aspect because everybody can see how cute it is, Laura.
Yeah, I love that these are really easy to put on. These have actually been one of the more popular shoes in the Aetrex line for about 7-8 years. Year after year, we have people, I actually talked to women who have said they wore theirs out because they wore them on a daily basis throughout the winter and the fall. And they came back for more, right? And so this really does have, it's that low, a little bit higher than the ankle boot style, very much still on trend. It's so much fun with that sweater detailing and then the different nubuck leathers that are color blocking inside of there. Easy to get in and out of, as you mentioned, because it has that zipper, side zipper. So this is a functional tie. So actually when I put it on, I loosened up the tie laces and then I put it the first time and then you adjust it to where you want it to be. And then from there on out, you never have to worry about tying them unless you want them to be a little looser or a little tighter one day, of that type of thing. So what you have built inside of here, you can actually see it beginning in the cork footbed, right? So we can see the arch support and the alignment. The reason why, notice how this arch support really starts to begin underneath the heel back here.
Right.
That's because, as I mentioned earlier, that's where our sub-talar joint is, and that's what turns in and turns out. So that's what's so important to start to support, and then, of course, continue it throughout the entire arch bed. So here you start it back here at the heel, and then it goes up and continues throughout the entire arch bed. This was not removable. The insert on the inside is not removable, but this is what you're getting inside. So you still have the Ultra Sky footbed that's built into the shoe, which is helping with the plantar fasciitis, and it's helping with the met pad, with the front of ball foot. foot and the burning that can happen in the front of your feet. It's helping prevent your feet from sliding forward. And then on top of that, we have 8 millimeters of memory foam built into it as well. So we give you the proper alignment. We help your feet feel better. We help your body feel better. But then we're making it so that you're walking on a little cloud too, Callie.
I am just in love with this boot. It's the cutest thing ever.
Isn't it
First
cute?
of all, I want to show you a couple of things up close and also let you know that the olive or the hunter green and the berry are the most limited. Paulina and Christina both look adorable in this boot. And I love the little distressed toe box. You can see it's almost like it's worn in a little bit for you by design. So that in and of itself is adorable. I love the cork wedge heel, and then I love the sweater knit, and they're all different from the back. So I'm gonna show you. Here's your berry. Here's your black, here's your charcoal gray. This one is also very limited. The charcoal and the hunter green, most limited. Let me show you the chocolate brown, adorable. Again, the sweater knit, which incidentally, I'm gonna do something here. I'm gonna open this up because incidentally, the tongue of the shoe or the boot is also that same sweater knit. So it's so darn cute. And then here's your hunter green with the same, I mean, just the coolest colors of that natural yarn. It's very kind of organic and just more earthy. Great choice and flexible, even though it looks with a cork wedge, it looks like it would be super stiff. It also looks to me like it would be heavy and clunky. It's not. It's surprisingly lightweight. I'm really in love with this show. I love every style. Who knew? Who would ever know this is an orthotic?
They wouldn't know at all. And the reason why is because, listen, we built that style. And I love that you talked about its lightweightness because it actually has a blown rubber outsole. And the cork bed there is actually cork and rubber mixed together. So what you're getting is something that's lightweight, but it's still visually appealing. And it also has a non-slip traction across the bottom too. Because we realize that, let's face it, you're going to wear these in some mucky conditions, right? They're going to be worn in some snow, maybe some sleet, maybe a little rain on occasion. And so we want you to be able to feel comfortable wearing these in a slippery condition that you're going to help prevent, help prevent some issues that could happen and get a little extra traction going on there too. But yet do so in a very cute style.
Super, super, super cute. The other boot that we have is coming up at the end, and it's a little bit taller. It doesn't go up to the knee, but it's the boot that I'm wearing. I'll try to show that to you as I move into the next style. But this, very popular already. This is the monk strap shoe. So hot. Love these leathers. We've got the brown, we've got this, and that's a brown leather. We've got this really pretty warm gray that's done in a suede. We've got the leather navy, and we have the leather in the black. There's a lot of cute details to this. Namely, took a look at that, a little decorative button detail. There's also a hook and loop closure, so you've got the ability to adjust. If your feet tend to swell a little bit, that's a really cool feature. On the inside, another cute little delicate detail. That wonderful little braiding is a braided leather detail on both the in and the out, by the way. And then this has that 1-inch molded rubber platform. Look at how flexible this is. Another great shoe with extra goring, so you've got ease of in and out or on and off. It's just a matter of which color do you love the most. This has everything going for it when it comes to a really fashionable day-to-day work shoe, play shoe, and it's item 726344. It too happens to be on sale today. So Laura, the insole, and you're doing such a great job explaining, because we tend to just look at the shoe and think, oh, that's cute, I want it. But it's what's inside that is that pot of gold.
Well, I think that's so important to understand, because a lot of us will see shoes and we'll think, oh, I've seen something like that for, a lot less cost, right? In some other stores that are out there. The issue is that those shoes on the inside, while they might be cute on the outside, on the inside aren't doing us any good. They're just simply flat bottoms. And while they may even have a little memory foam built in, it's cushiony for your feet, but it's not supporting your body. So your ankles are still turning in and overpronating. And we have that overpronation. We're still continuing with the heel pain and the ankle pain, the knee pain, the back pain, which is why it's so important to have a shoe that helps to support that. Callie, I was talking to a friend of mine just this weekend. She's a teacher, and I stayed at her house on Saturday. And she was telling me that she has a lot of plantar fasciitis problems. And I started explaining to her about Aetrex, and she said that she had to have, she talked to her doctor, and her doctor had to write her a note because she wasn't allowed to wear any shoes to school that were tennis shoes. They had to wear like dress shoes that were closed-toed at the school that she worked at. Well, I told her about these specifically because while these look and feel as comfortable as a tennis shoe, they're great for any work environment. But you're going to go beyond work. You're going to end up traveling whenever we're allowed to travel again in them because they're easy to slip on and off, and you can wear them for days on end. They have that adjustability factor here with the hook and loop closure. These buttons are faux buttons. Has a little angle across the front in this nubuck leather. It's a varnished nubuck leather. That angle's nice because it actually helps to make your foot more slimming, and the gore detail will help this walk with you and stretch while you walk. You can see our famous arch support is built into the base of this shoe, our rubber outsole there for traction as well. And of course, the insides is the Ultra Sky footbed that we have. This Ultra Sky footbed, if you're just tuning in, I want to talk to you about it again because it kind of has this cobra snake shape to it. And I know Cobra's really trendy right now on TV and everything, but we've actually created this a long time ago for a big purpose. So the head of the Cobra here actually sits underneath your Met pad. That Met pad is what supports your ball of foot. So if you've ever felt like you've had burning in the front of your foot, this is what helps to relieve the pressure there. Then it kind of snakes around and comes down to the tail or the hook area back here. And that starts to help with the plantar fasciitis and relieve the pain and the pressure that's hitting your heel. And if you've ever had plantar fasciitis, you know how hard it is to get rid of it. The exercises, staying off your feet for months and months and months on end. And of course, wearing proper shoes is one of the key things to being able to get your life back. Speaking of getting your life back, I want to be able to show you the reason why this is so important. So when we all stand, we have a natural gait, right? We stand in a specific way and there's nothing we can do about it except for wear proper shoes. So I'm going to show you what my natural gait is because it's not all that lovely in reality. So here it is. You can see how I also, just like 90% of us out there, I'm an overpronator. What that means is that when I'm standing with my feet flat on the ground, a couple of things are happening. My ankle, number one, is turning in. Some people are underpronators, which means their ankles turn out. I'm an overpronator, so you can see very clearly how my ankle is turning in. This turning in causes some problems. It causes plantar fasciitis in the heels. It causes our arches to flatten out. And it helps to cause bunions there as well. It doesn't stop on your feet. It continues up your body into your ankles, into your knees, your sciatica, and your lower back. But look at what happens the minute we start to put on the insert. You can see how we start to align our bodies when we properly have that support. This alignment then helps to relieve the aches and pains that start in our feet, like I just mentioned, and it goes all the way up. That is in every single Aetrex shoe that we give you. Every single one has built into it our specific inserts that we started back in 1946. We have sold millions of these worldwide. And the important part about it is that it's actually helping to align your body from the inside out and giving you that comfort with every step you take. We just started doing shoes about a decade ago. And I was so happy when that happened because that meant that I could actually take a cute pair of shoes and no longer have to be out there searching the world at these orthotic shoes that really kind of looked like something nobody wanted to wear no matter what age you were either.
Yes, isn't that the truth? Boy, we've come a long way, baby. Aetrex has done a great job throughout, but now more than ever. As I look at this, I mean, a monk strap shoe. For me, I'm gonna make a comparison to a men's version. I think it's the sexiest men's shoe out there, that monk strap style. And that's why I love this one. Yet it's more sensible. You know, it's not crazy. It doesn't have like a super high heel. It does, you can see that cushy rubberized outsole, and it is cushy, so it absorbs the shock of every step, or whether it's a slow pace or a fast pace, it really does do what it should do, and that's it's like a shock absorber, and then on the insole. And thank you, Laura does such a great job detailing the support areas that our feet get and what our feet need. It's not just that arch, which to me is the most important, tend to have a higher arch, and I've always struggled if I have a low support that doesn't give me that, it doesn't meet my arch where it does here, they tend to fall flat. And that, much like other pain, the issues that we deal with our feet, is horrible, and it takes forever to like get it back to a good, healthy position again. So this is one of those things. I mean, Aetrex is a brand known for helping almost customize a support insole for your feet. Our feet are all different. So this is something that Aetrex has perfected since 1946. I mean, that is a long history of success. And so I hope you can treat yourself to something a little on the dressier side, at least in comparison to the show that we've had this afternoon. And if you go to hsn.com, you'll see a lot of other styles from Aetrex. Just type that brand name in and take a peek. Let me go through the colors though and give you an update here. Perfect rounded toe box. You can see the on the diagonal does, as Laura said, just a nice slimming effect. Inside goring, and on the outside you've got the hook and loop. So this is a really customizable shoe. Insole we've gone through many times. It also inhibits the bacteria growth, so no stinky feet. And then of course the element of design and detail. Cute little braided leather details here. So this is your chocolate brown. We also have this soft gray, which is done in this suede. So another great neutral, put them side by side. Chocolate brown leather, soft gray suede, and then we've got the classics in the navy blue as well as the black. Great choice, sale price, 3 flex or 4 extended returns all the way through the end of January of next year to have to make your final decision. You know, a shoe is something that oftentimes we're used to having to spend weeks kind of breaking them in. You won't with Aetrex. It's something that you in fact, the boots that I'm wearing and coming up next, the second I put them on, I was like a glove, beautiful fit, very comfortable, super supportive. So here's your quick final look at the Carina, the leather monk strap shoe, which is 726344. And also, before we move into our final style today, I'm very excited. You're gonna get to meet a special friend of ours at the end of the hour, so I hope you can stick around for that. But I wanna update you too on the mesh sneakers. If you love the blue, there's 30 left in this soft chambray blue. This is item 726343. This is a great sneaker with all that stretch. You never ever have to deal with lacing again unless you want to. And then of course the insole is what gives you the support. Really great traction and tread. We have more than this color though. We have black, a heathered gray black. We have it in this chambray. There's a gray, which I love. Oh, and there's 50 left in the gray. If you want the dark navy blue, 50 left there. And white, my pick, 80 left in white. On sale, you guys, on a great mesh sneaker that you will live in, because you know what? I think it's important to get a little bit of exercise these days, and walking is the way to do it. We're gonna move into the final star of the hour, and this time we're gonna talk about I have to show you. Do you mind if I show you I love this boot. I just love it, I love it, I love it. It goes up a little bit higher than, we had the shorter booty earlier in the show. Look at how much higher this is. And these, we have the classic colors, the chocolate brown and the black. I just love it. There's something edgy, there's something a little bit moto about it, and it's that mid calf. And then on the inside, that's the inside zip, so you don't ever have to deal with, you know, fussing with that. It gives you plenty of ankle circumference, a 2-inch cork-covered block heel. This shaft goes up 7.5 inches. The opening around goes 13.5. We have sizes 5 through 11, whole and half, so you can check with that, our sales reps about that. But this one is a beautiful brown leather, a distressed leather, and this is a pebbled black leather. So your choice is here, brand new for fall. It's official, fall is here. Do you have a great new fall boot? This one is waterproof, Laura.
Isn't that the best? I know. So this is that moto boot style, that motorcycle style, right? But it's super on trend and incredibly comfortable. Those buckles you never have to undo, but if you want to, they are functioning buckles there for you. So you can actually loosen them if you need to loosen them, or tighten them a little bit if you need to do that as well. And of course, it has our gorgeous signature braid there from Aetrex. You talked about the waterproof and the weatherproofness of this. I want you to see these are treated. So look at that, an entire glass of water just literally came right off the boot. So if you end up in a snowstorm or a rainstorm, you don't have to spend an extra $10, $15, $20 on those weatherproofing spray cans to try and take to a pair of shoes that sometimes I have to tell you, when we're dealing with leather, it scares me to do that because I don't want to end up staining my boot or having different markings in it in different areas. But on top of that, what we've done for you here is we've actually given you our Ultra Sky orthotic footbed built inside of there. And even more importantly, underneath it, built into the footbed, between the outsole, see this rubber outsole with that non-skid grip there, right? Between that and the top of the boot, and then the insole, we've given you an extra few millimeters of memory foam too at that ball of foot where that heel strikes. So you get a little extra cushioning and support when you're wearing that. We actually seam sealed this, which is the reason why we can talk about it being waterproof for you. So you can see here on the outside how it has that blown rubber and cork mixed right there. They're married to each other and infused to each other. That's what makes it very lightweight, but still very on trend. And there's a leather detailing here that's sewn in. Behind this, inside this shoe that you're never gonna see and you're never gonna feel it, is actually a water seaming procedure that they do in order to prevent water from seeping in. So even if you end up stepping in a puddle while you're getting into your car, you don't have to worry about that seeping into the shoe. These are incredibly comfortable and easy to wear. I love that you talked about that shaft. It's a medium heel height shaft that you have, and it's about 13 inches all the way around. And that way, super on trend, easy. I mean, I can just see myself wearing these with a pair of ankle jeans and turning them into winter jeans for me, all the way to some fun dresses this winter too, Callie.
Yeah, it's so true. And you know, typically with a boot like this, you know you're gonna have to break it in. It's gonna be stiff and really rigid. It's not. This has got an incredible outsole. It's got a rubberized, super, super rugged, look at this. It's really, and then flexible and bendable. This cork heel, I would imagine as one of our earlier, the boots, it is a combination of rubber and cork, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry. It is. Yes, it's a combination of rubber and cork there. So it's weatherproof from the outside, even the bottom. The inside has this gorgeous herringbone tweed on each one of them. So it also gives you a little extra layer of warmth too. And more than likely you're going to wear, you don't have to wear socks with these, but I figure these are really kind of winter boots, right? So more than likely for that warmth, you'll have a sock on them and then you'll get that little extra layer of tweed there inside of there for you. And again, this is all about the alignment in our feet, right? And so it's important to understand that when we're doing this, our feet will be naturally over pronating. This is the insert that's in the shoe. We start to build the support from the outside of the shoe, the ground all the way up. When you put your foot on top of our shoe, notice how much straighter the alignment gets. Therefore, I'm helping to relieve the plantar fasciitis that I have personally dealt with for years. I cannot wear shoes that are not orthotic shoes, so I'm very thankful that Aetrex came into my life and gave me some things that were on trend that my friends don't look at and say, oh, you're wearing ugly orthotic shoes, Laura. No, my shoes are now cute. And yet I'm comfortable at the same time.
Well, isn't that the truth? You'd never in a million years think that this is an orthotic or give you the kind of proper support and positioning, arch support being the operative word, but all throughout. I've been wearing these for hours now. They fit like a glove the second I put them on. I could walk, I mean, honestly, I feel like I've had them forever. They're really cute. I love the brown. I don't have a great brown boot yet this fall, and I think that's my favorite part of fall is sweaters and boots, and this is what we're here to offer. In fact, Colleen is coming up in about 5 minutes with our next look at the today's special that I'm wearing. It's so cute and very popular. So it's a time to start celebrating this next season. It's the fun part of fall fashions. And this, I know it's not, you know, it's not a $79 boot, but when you feel the leathers and the suedes and you see all the details and then feel the support and the construction on the inside, you will be thrilled that you sent them home to yourself. 726349 is the item number to get yours. On a Flex, it's on its way, a third or fourth if you have an HSN card, and then extended returns all the way through the end of January of next year. So Laura, a big thanks to you for joining today. Great job.
Thank you very much. I really hope everybody, I can't wait to hear what everybody says about how they start to feel better once they start wearing Aetrex shoes.
Exactly. And I want to remind everybody too about the slipper, because that one was still available, but only one color left. As a matter of fact, we are, I think, down to 50 in that fantastic soft pink. 671610 is the item number. It's called the Mandy. It's a faux slipper, but it's got all the same kind of support that you need that we've talked about the entire hour of Aetrex Footwear. So this now is a chance for me to share something special with you, because at HSN and QVC, we stand with the Black community in the fight for racial and economic justice. And now as part of our small business spotlight, we are highlighting Black-owned businesses. And today we're focusing on a company called Kimby, teas. Here's a little bit more about it from the owner, Kimberly Brown, and you get to meet her on the other side of this.
2010 is when I started Kim B's, which is an award-winning gourmet Ceylon tea company. Growing up in Austin, Texas, I would go visit my grandparents in Magnolia, Arkansas, and both of my grandmothers would make tea, and I just absolutely loved how they would make tea, and I would try and replicate it. We are actually located in downtown Greensboro, and we specialize in gourmet Ceylon tea. We actually have our own tea. We don't put our names on just a label. We carry assortment of coffees. We have a gourmet Dutch white clover honey. We have our teas in a wine bottle. Now we've also introduced our concentrate. Shake it up and drink it. You'll have gourmet tea on the go. We also have a variety of our gourmet peanut brittle. My mother came up with a recipe of peanut brittle, and that is our top seller. It is a huge hit. And we just enjoy helping people drinking tea from our hearts to your cup.
Well, Kimberly Brown, it is so nice to meet you in person, virtually. I have to tell you, you have the best smile ever.
Thank you so much, Callie. I appreciate it.
Oh my gosh, you just make me smile all over again, and I love your story of carrying on something that's a great memory as your child, as a childhood memory, into something that's become a great business for you today. Congratulations.
Thank you so very much. I really appreciate it.
I was specifically struck by a couple of things. One, I love the wine bottle tea. That's super cool.
Okay.
And secondly, tell us about those concentrates. I think that's a great idea. I've never seen it.
Yeah, well, we have a concentrate which turns our award-winning green teas into a ready-to-drink bottle of tea. So we have a mug to go with it. So you just pour this 1 ounce bottle in your mug, add hot, cold, or room temperature water, and you'll have our great award-winning winning gourmet tea.
So you could do that either hot or cold, I imagine.
You sure can. You can also put it in a water bottle, any ordinary drinking water bottle.
Love
drinking
it.
Water.
Do you have a favorite tea or flavor that you love the most, or what's your best seller?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you now.
You can hear me now. I was asking if you have a favorite tea.
Oh, it was a breakup again.
Oh, did it? Darn it. These Skype calls, I tell you what, this whole virtual reality. Okay. No, I was asking what your best-selling tea is and how we can get it if we go to your website.
Yes, you can go to kimbees.com. Our best-selling tea is our peach mango green tea. We also have our box teas, too, which is a ginger tea, which is one of our top sellers as well. So you can go to kimbees.com, and we are actually offering free shipping for our Small Business Spotlight special.
Oh my gosh, there's something so comforting about tea. I hope your business has been booming through all of this stress that we've been dealing with this year.
It has been. Well, it comes and goes, but right now we are very happy to know that it is really booming because people are drinking tea, they're staying at home, and they want just nice comfort.
Absolutely. I know we shared at the beginning of this piece, but that your inspiration started as a child because your mom used to drink a lot of tea, and now look what you've done. You've created an entire business around it.
I know, it's just a blessing. It really is. I have a great family and friends who support and, make sure that I'm better at what I'm doing too. So I really appreciate it.
Well, you are just a delight. Honestly, your smile just makes me happy, and it's really a treat to have you with us today. Congratulations. And again, I'll let everyone know, kimbees.com to get some of your amazing teas and concentrates and peanut brittles and anything else that makes you feel happy these days. There they are.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Nice to meet you, Kimberly. Best of luck to you. Thanks for everything that you're doing. And that does it for me today. I know Colleen is coming up next with our next look at this fabulous Today special. I know it's getting super limited. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll see you back here on Thursday.
We use because we had it, and that's how our company started. But what we learned over the years is how beneficial goat milk is, not only for the skin, but for your body.
Goat milk adds moisture to your skin. It's really the most amazing ingredient.
People really do notice the hydration of their skin. The farm to skin difference only with Beekman 1802.
Last year, we went on a nationwide hunt to discover the next exciting new product that would join the QVC and HSN family in the Big Find. This year, we're doing the same thing, only from a distance. And it's all going on right now.
My hobby had to become a business.
You're getting a big ticket today. Congratulations! Until we announce this year's winners, go to hsn.com now to find great deals on the Big Find winners from last year.
Discover a world of beauty like you've never seen before. Beauty Report is the insider's guide to getting gorgeous. Join me every Wednesday night for a beautiful new routine.
With the power of HP from HSN, reinvent how you work, how you play, how you live. Technology that makes life better for everyone, everywhere. And deals designed for every budget. HP on HSN and at hsn.com.
What happens every night at midnight? We launch our very best value of the day.
Definitely the Today Special always got me excited because it's always at a great value.
I definitely watch for the Today Special at midnight. Whether or not I need it, just want it.
And this is the one that you've been waiting for.
The Today Special is very tempting to shop.
I'd pop in online just about every day. I know